So our team is social savvy and we created a marketing plan for your business, GRP Studios. I'm Christy, this is Alyssa, this is Morgan, this Sean. We'll start the presentation with our main objectives. Our main goals were to increase brand awareness through promotions and social media campaigns. We also wanted to increase advertising in the Central Florida area and redesign the website to make it more user interactive, social media friendly. Our secondary objectives were to have integration of the Living Legends music in the future, maybe with the website to have a link to YouTube. We wanted to reach out to production schools in the area, like Full Sail University, and then sponsor events for the local music scene. And then for our digital marketing actions, I'll let Alyssa take it from here.
Okay, our first social media aspect is Facebook. Obviously, we all know that Facebook is a huge social media component in today's society, so it's really important to advertise and try to reach out to your audience through it. Currently, on your Facebook page, I know it was just created, so right now we only have, it might have been up from recently.
It's only like 12.
Okay, well, between 12 and 16 likes on the page. Basically what we are going to try to do is to find ways to advertise your company through Facebook so we can increase the likes on Facebook, because that'll make it more aware. Oh, thank you. Also, we have Twitter, a recommendation. Currently, we notice that you guys don't have a Twitter, but we feel like this is a very important social media aspect because it's very easy to just send out tweets throughout the day, throughout the week, just to kind of make people aware that, you know, you guys do exist. So, and Twitter has a fan base of like millions and millions of people all around the world. So it's an easy way to connect to everybody. LinkedIn is another important aspect to our digital marketing plan. As you know, LinkedIn is professional. It's not like Facebook and Twitter as like a social media platform. It's more professional links. You should also find out information through local events that are happening, any kind of, what is it, the
Business to business.
Business to business, yes, business to business marketing, and also you can find different events in the area that you can go out and connect with other people that are interested in the music industry, entertainment industry, so it's a good way to meet people and to just connect professionally.
This is going to be the best for making like contacts with sponsors such as PD, having you, like you're listed as a professional business so people know us as a professional studio, and really good for like if a lawyer is looking for a video, they just go on LinkedIn and you create a contact with them and then they let all their lawyer friends know, create a video or such with any business, you know? It creates chain sales.
With YouTube, we noticed that you guys have a lot of past performances that were filmed here in the studio on YouTube. Doesn't necessarily say GRP Studios, but it does say somewhere within the description that it was filmed here. So we want to make sure that that's kind of out there, that people know that those videos were filmed here, so then if they ever want to film a video, or they have friends that wanting to film videos or want to record music, they could come here. So basically what we want to do is implement a YouTube channel just specifically for GRP, and then also in the future, if that ends up working, we're going to want to implement the Living Legends music. That way we can go ahead and link the GRP and Living Legends music together. With the website, we feel like the website can do a little bit of amping. It's kind of difficult because it's not very, it's not compatible with a lot of search browsers. If you open it on Internet Explorer, it just looks kind of weird. Like you don't know how to navigate it. It's not really put together like it's supposed to be. So we need to make it more consumer friendly so it's easy for the consumer to search your website and find the information they want. Also, we suggest also search engine optimization. Basically, you could do pay-per-click, or you could sponsor searches, meaning like you pay for certain words, keywords, and when they type in music production in Orlando, your site would be one of the first ones that pop up, and that's important since you guys are such a, you know, you guys have been here for a long time, and like we have newcomers coming from the area wanting to record music, and all the young people. That's a good idea. So when they search it, you guys pop up automatically. Also, we implemented here shortcut buttons. Basically what we would do is put little buttons on the bottom of your website It'll be for Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and that way, instead of searching them separately, it's all on your website, and then you just click on it, it directs them straight to your Facebook page, your Twitter page, or your LinkedIn page, or your YouTube page.
Okay.
And then, as you know, this is your website. We know it just expired, actually, so.
We just put it back up.
Oh, well, it's back up. It's back up, but yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of room to work here. We can put the buttons anywhere on here to implement the social media aspects.
So think about putting like a Facebook, a Twitter link, and also another link maybe directly to the Living Legends website. Because have you ever seen like those little tiny block letters before? It's just like the Facebook, yeah, adding those in.
And then Sean, will talk about blogging.
The blog, I've talked to you about this a lot, but the blog is already up. We want to generate more stuff through content, like I've said before, with posts that are not necessarily directed towards what's going on at GRP, but what's going on in either the audio or video realm altogether. So that, because when people go to blogs, they don't necessarily go to blogs for GRP. That's not going to create a lot of discussion, but if we talk about what's going on in the world in video film, they'll have more of a reason to go there because it creates value. So we can put our GRP stuff in there and our Living Legend stuff in there, but we have to also create value through other stuff to make it kind of more interactive. So that's the blog. We want to generate more hits to that. As far as mobile marketing, that's like on your iPhone, you pull up the website. Maybe in the future have it so that you can work on your iPhone, but that's not really a priority. We're not really too concerned with mobile marketing. E-commerce, we're not really going to do that as well. Display ads, it's just going to cost too much money unless we, now this new thing with PV, possibly have a sponsor link on there if we work it through a promotion, since that's come up.
Well,
But
sorry.
okay, so go ahead.
No, I was going to say display ads could be beneficial for different arenas that produce music, like say Full Sail University. They have a huge, concentration on the entertainment industry. So I know they have students looking to record or looking to produce any kind of media. So having like a banner or in their newsletters, just kind of stating that your ad there, they know that you guys are there, so they can reference you guys in the future. And also they have different arenas like back booth. What are some other
Wells Pubs,
Yeah.
Social Beach.
Yeah, a lot of different arenas that are looking like small-time bands or small-time musicians looking to get big. They can also use your guys as a reference to record in the future, because those are the kind of arenas that hold like just starting up entertainment. So
The calendar. We want to have our Facebook. We want to gain 85 likes per month, 1,000 plus likes by next year, around this time. Twitter, we want to gain 90 followers per month, 1,000 plus by next year. LinkedIn, 2 new connections per month. And those could also be businesses that actually pay for services or bands. 20 connections by the end of the next year. YouTube, we want 170 subscriptions per month, may actually be a little bit little. It could be anywhere from 200 to 250 per month, all the way 2,000 plus by the end of the next year. We didn't talk about RSS feeds, but we'll talk about that in a second. But we want to have 1 new blog per week, if not 2 or 3, depending on what's going on in audiovisual. If anything cool comes up, we'll add it as it comes up to 160 posts. And we want to renovate the website by the end of this year. So by January 1st or January 30th, sometime by the end of January. And then,
That pretty much says kind of the same thing that you just went over.
yeah, it's just the measurements. Let's see, good share, advertising, sponsorship, yeah, we've all talked about those.
Yeah. And this is just the results that we're
We're
expecting, the
expecting
same thing that we
same
kind of
thing.
just went over, the 1,000 likes.
Same,
And then the same thing with the website.
some stuff. You have any
Yes.
questions?
Yeah, but how do I get money out of this? So let's say that I get like 100,000 people like sitting there on Twitter. How do I get money out of that?
Well, it's more like with Twitter, it's more marketing. It's not really based on money inputs, since Twitter's free. You don't really have to put money into it. It's just putting your brand out there, and people being familiar with your brand and that you guys exist could eventually bring in your income.
Stimulates more word of mouth,
Yeah.
more people talking about
Yeah.
it, that kind of thing.
GRP, which would, it's kind of like an intrinsic value there, or like you can't really put a value on each customer because you're not sure if they're gonna come in, but they may talk good about GRP, which may lead to sales in the future, and since it doesn't cost any money, why not do it? You know, type thing. Now you can look at also at like Facebook, based on your likes, you can kind of get maybe a sense, well, especially with like SEO, since you're paying money into that, if you're not doing organic, you can look at it and say, well, I paid this much per click, and this is how many customers have come in because of that, and you can kind of build a return on investment based on that. But as far as like the Facebook, the Twitter, and the digital media stuff, you can't really get a sense of how much you're making per user.
That's more about putting your brand out there.
Brand out there, getting it
awareness.
branded, just so you're there. It's gonna help though,
Awareness.
regardless.
And that's important if you guys want to reach out to like the UCF Central Florida area, like the younger population over there, because like they are always on the computer. They're always on Facebook, always on Twitter.
But I mean, you could make money out of it. Let's say on Facebook, you put a promotion for like full sales students. Like you give them like a one-time special offer, like Groupon. You just have to like connect with those kids. Like they're the ones that are going to be coming in and using the studio. Like they're obviously going to come pay
back,
for those
yeah.
promotions.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So how much does all this cost to get it all in?
The website and the SEO are the only ones that are gonna cost money. That depends on how much people are bidding for the keywords that you would want as far as SEO. What about the ads? Any ads that we do? It
That-
depends.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like when I was talking about like the ads for like putting a banner up in like, Full Sail or like downtown somewhere, that's just based on between you and like how big the banner wants to be. Like, you also have to talk to the places on where they want to put it. I don't know if those places want to charge for putting up the banner. I don't see why they would. But that's just really between B2B, business to business.
Be-
Yeah.
Get that?